Hi everybody, this is Miss Moriarty, and I'm here to discuss with us topic 7.4, which is all about atmospheric carbon dioxide and particulates. So you'll see in the first bullet, as well as the diagram that I have here to the left, that we see most common natural sources of carbon dioxide are things such as cellular respiration. We can see decomposition found in the soil, volcanic eruptions, wood fires, forest fires. These are all natural sources of carbon dioxide. And with that also comes particulate matter, which can occur naturally as well. We also know that CO2 can come from the burning of fossil fuels, and particulate matter can be released by humans as well. So there are several sources in which these pollutants could potentially come from, and we have to evaluate the source at which they're coming from. Now, this is an important slide because you'll see that air pollutants versus greenhouse gases comes up quite often in FRQs in our class. And eventually, once we get to Unit 9, we're going to be talking more heavily about CO2 and other greenhouse gases. So what you should know is actually that CO2 is not one of the 6 criteria air pollutants that's covered in the Clean Air Act. Now, CO2 does not directly lower air quality from a human health standpoint, which is why it's not necessarily falling under that umbrella. It's not necessarily toxic to organisms to breathe, nor damaging to lungs and eyes, and does not lead to smog or decreased visibility like some of the other pollutants that we've been talking about, like SOx and NOx and ground level ozone. However, how CO2 is harmful is because we know it can be a greenhouse gas, which is going to lead to the Earth's warming, thus creating environmental and human health consequences due to the Earth's warming. So bottom line, guys, in APES, CO2 has not typically been included on FRQ scoring guides as an air pollutant. So if that question were to arise, try to stick to surefire air pollutants that we've been discussing, like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, ground level ozone, particulate matter. And just to give you a little overview about particulate matter, since I know it wasn't in our speed dating project, just know that particulate matter are things that can be solid or liquid particulates that are suspended in the air. There's 2 different forms of them depending upon their size. We can have PM10, which is less than 10 micrometers. These particles or droplets like dust, pollen, ash, or maybe even mold. These are really too small to be filtered out by your nose hairs or trachea cilia. They can irritate the respiratory tract and cause inflammation. Another form of particulate matter is particulate matter that's less than 2.5 micrometers. These particles come from combustion, usually vehicles, and they're even smaller dust particles. They're more likely to travel actually deeper into our lungs due to their much smaller size, and they're associated with chronic bronchitis and potential increased risk of lung cancer. And actually, guys, as we continue through this unit, you'll find that we're going to be talking about particulate matter more, especially as an indoor air pollutant. All right, guys, this wraps up this video. I have no practice FRQ or practice multiple choice for these topics. So you just want to make sure that as you watched, you took down your notes, and please mark this assignment as done on Classroom.